What's going on, Sha?
Hey, does Gatorade go bad if you leave it out of the fridge?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like when I go shopping for Gatorade, it's always on the shelf.
Oh, right. But it hadn't
Yeah.
already been refrigerated. You know how there are things where they can stay on the shelf, but once you put them in the fridge, they got to stay in the fridge. But I don't think
No.
Gatorade's not pasteurized, is it?
I don't think. Yeah,
Okay. All right.
I've never heard anybody say like I can't have Gatorade. You know what I mean? Unless it's made with almond milk or something.
Okay. All right. Just checking.
You left your Gatorade out.
I did accidentally. I did. Um
I do feel weird about leaving it in the sun.
Oh, yeah, no, it was safely in, my kitchen.
Nah, I think you're good.
Okay.
Pop that joint back in the fridge. It'll come back to life, yo.
Yeah,
You
that's what
fine.
I did. I saw it last night. I guess I left it out all day, and then last night I saw it, and I was like, "Oh, no, I left the Gatorade out." And my roommate was like, "Well, I don't think it curdles." Like, "I think you're okay."
Yeah. Yeah. It's a Gatorade might be like the drink that most transforms with temperature.
Hmm,
Like in terms of like there's things that like I enjoy and I think they quench my thirst.
mhm.
Like but they still work when they're like room temperature. Like water is still solid at room temperature.
Right.
It's just, in my opinion, significantly better cold. Although I know a lot of people are warm water drinkers or
Mhm.
room temperature water people. But Gatorade, like if it's not cold, it don't hit. Like I don't enjoy it at room temperature at all. Like you're drinking something you're not supposed to be drinking.
Sure. I mean, it's basically just sugar water, right?
Yeah.
Um, and I guess my issue with it is that it's just not enough sugar. Um, so so I guess that's a thing. But room temperature water is how you can taste how the water truly tastes. When it's cold, it just tastes cold and like water. But when you when you're doing like a taste test of like say bottled water, it's
Yeah.
best for it to be room temperature because then you can actually taste what each one tastes like.
Okay.
I learned that I don't know when I learned that, but, so that's out there.
But
That's
like
for anyone who's actually drinking Evian water. You're
but
nuts.
that's to like find the nuances of different water. I would say that's the best way to judge water, but not the best way to enjoy water.
Well, I think actually for your health, it's not good to drink stuff with a lot of ice either. Um, like it's room temperature is good, for water anyway, just
Yeah.
'cause, like your system the cold is kind of a shock to your system and kind of makes your system process things cold in a different way than if it's warm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, I don't know, I feel like that's something I overheard while working in an acupuncture clinic. So
Everything you described is like, yeah, that's what I'm going for. Like, I don't, I understand like the issue. Yeah.
yeah,
Uh,
but, I mean, sometimes I like ice cold water, not a lot though. Cold water is fine. Room temperature water is also fine with me.
huh.
Sometimes, I'll probably drink more of it if ice cubes are not in the way.
It's a big divide in my house. Like we had to have two separate water jugs,
Mhm.
like the filter things, because um Gabby and Michaela are room temperature people, and me and Aiden are ice and cold. So like
And see,
while it's
that's
no longer ice, it's at least in the fridge.
right.
But we had to have a separate one for each of us.
Yeah, that's why they're gonna live longer than you and your son.
Yeah, I believe it. I'm not I'm not even knocking it. That girl she had black beans and egg whites for breakfast. She's like a low key a health becoming a health nut. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I get it, you know. It ain't my thing though. If I'm to get me to drink water, I can't also conform on the other. I'm drinking way more water than ever, but it has to at least like reflect the temperature of the beverages I've given up.
Oh,
You know, I drank nothing else at room temperature in my life.
but you haven't. You mean you haven't had sodas or anything like that at room temperature?
On purpose? No. Like I've taken a sip and said, "Oh, this isn't cold. Take this back and bring me another one."
I'll tell you
Like
what I've enjoyed lately. I mean, I love ginger ale. I'll drink gallons of it. So I do now make a point to not to like control how much I drink of it because
right.
I can truly just replace my blood with it if need be. Um, but there's something to a just slightly cooler than room temperature, just slightly cooler than room temperature, a little flat.
Hmm.
It's great. It's the best version of ginger ale because you can really drink it. Those bubbles, all up in your nose, and that's very annoying. But if you let it go a little flat now in the bottle, I close that bottle tight. I need the bubbles initially, right? And
Yeah.
then I pour it out, I tap the glass on the bottom, let the bubbles do what they're gonna do, let it sit for a hot second, and then come back to it. The bubbles are tired, the water is cool, and I'm like or the liquid is cool, and I'm like, "Great, this is just what I need."
Nah, I've
Meanwhile, my roommate eats ice as well as drinks lots of Diet Coke
yeah.
with ice. I don't understand ice eaters. I don't understand you. I don't understand you. But I hope you are at least leaving ice for other people.
Yeah.
All right,
I think
because
we're fair about it.
that's yeah.
I don't
Ice
set
eaters
out to eat.
never know how much ice they're truly consuming.
It is a lot. I don't set out to eat ice,
Mhm.
but I eat the ice that I've left over in my cup.
Right. But
Yeah.
you do put a lot of ice in your cup?
Yeah, for sure.
Uh-huh.
Like
Knowing
to the
that
top.
you yeah, right. So then that's the other thing is you're watering down whatever liquid it is except for water that you wanna drink. Like,
Yeah, that's why you drink it fast and you have more.
but then the ice cubes are in the way unless you're drinking with a straw, and then
What do you mean they in the way? No, they're doing their job. They're making the beverage cold.
but
They're hitting it from all angles.
they're also watering down the beverage.
Like very little, and the exchange is worthwhile. It's making it colder.
Huh, alright. I don't know.
Yeah.
When I go to, like, fast food spots and I decide to get a soda there, I usually ask for light or no ice.
Really?
Yeah. Enough people
But
do it
like
that they're like I know at Chick-fil-A, and I'm sure I shouldn't know that they do this at Chick-fil-A, but I do. They will ask, "Do you want ice or not?"
let's get this out the way now.
Yeah,
Okay.
ice or no, because they have, like, styrofoam cups that are kinda thick, and so
right.
when they add their ice and then they add their liquid, it's really not much liquid for what you're paying, it's like a it's like that kinda thing. So I'm like, "No, I want all the liquid I've paid for. No ice, it's cold enough coming out of that fountain." It's the most Gastor I will be at a fast food restaurant.
oh man, I'm touched. That's beautiful. yeah, I specifically enjoy the taste of beverages from the fountain because I know they're going to be a little bit more watered down. Like and Gabby's like this too. Like she'll be like, I want Pepsi, but I want it from a fast food place. So like I
But
instead of
it's
going to like the corner store, she wants me to go get it from a McDonald's,
but it's stronger from there.
right, without the ice.
Oh,
With
without
the ice,
ice.
it does like the right combo.
Okay, okay, I
So
see what
yeah,
you
she's
mean.
like, it tastes different. Like it's just like the right mix.
Mhm.
Um, and she's like, I haven't fully figured out how to replicate that in the house.
No, you can't.
Some yeah.
Yeah, you can't. That's why the fountains are magical. That's why McDonald's Sprite can peel paint. Like, it is the strongest liquid known to man is McDonald's Sprite,
it's
and
powerful.
yeah, with or without ice.
That's how I prime my walls when I'm painting.
Yeah, I mean, basically, I've definitely I've definitely painted a car with it. No, it's very strong.
But no, I can't do water without it.
Hmm.
I am very pro ice. It is vital to me, like being healthy and getting water in my system.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but at least cold. I mean, I've told you, I've literally like this podcast is only possible because I brought a fridge down here.
Right.
That is key. Like a little behind the scenes to the listeners, every episode I'm drinking water, and the second the episode is done, I tell Shy, give me a few minutes, I'm gonna go get water. Like without cue, I leave to get water. I need to reload for whatever we doing next constantly.
Yeah.
And it's always like and I have the water for the next episode or the next thing we do
Mm-hmm.
is always in the freezer. Like it's not even in the fridge. Like I need it as cold as possible.
I mean, that's definitely that's definitely what happens, by the way. But also, I just find it kind of funny, just the amount of ice that's needed to enjoy a thing. Because I'm like, well, then, do you really love it?
No,
What I think.
that is the argument. I do not love water, not at all. I could drink most of the other things if they're cold without ice.
Uh-huh.
But water, if it was just no cold and no ice, I would never drink water.
Okay. All right. I will
Yeah.
say this because this is something that has gone that's very popular in the Twitter sphere.
Okay.
And just kind of in general, and I don't know when this became not, I won't say universal truth, but just a wildly held opinion recently, is that Dasani water is bad, like it tastes bad.
Okay.
And I mean, like, so people are like, "Oh, Dasani, gross," and a whole bunch of jokes and memes about Dasani being terrible. And look, I'm not here to cape for Dasani. I mean, it is the Coca-Cola bottled water, and I
Yeah.
am from Atlanta, so I understand I'm supposed to cape for all things Coca-Cola. And Coca-Cola has my heart when it comes to Sprite and when it comes to Fanta Orange. They know where they stand. Also, I prefer their cola to Pepsi Cola because I tried them both at room temperature, which is how you can taste which is, better. Room temperature is the key to really understand how things pop. But Dasani it's not that bad
Right.
compared to Fuji, which is kind of gross.
Yeah, Fuji gets way too much hype. That shit is
And
trash.
and Evian, which literally tastes like it's run over slimy French rocks.
That's the worst one to me.
Yeah, and people drink that like it's fancy, and I'm like, that shit is gross. You literally see silt. They didn't even clean it. You run it through a Brita, you're gonna have to replace the filter immediately, and it still tastes like frogs.
Yo.
But I mean, I do also agree that Dasani is not as good as Aquafina. I'm an Aquafina bitch. I enjoy Aquafina. If I have my druthers, which means I got to look for a Pepsi machine because that's the one with the Aquafina. But I don't understand. I wish I knew where the anti Dasani thing came from.
I don't know.
Unless everyone is just like Dasani, like Aquafina tastes better. Because no one's saying that Aquafina tastes better or that it's number one. Everyone's just saying that Dasani is gross. And I'm like,
Right.
I mean, in comparison, it's not all bad. At room temperature, it's fine. It's equal to a Deer Park or a
Okay.
Poland Springs. It's perfectly fine. Cold, it's okay. But
Yeah.
Aquafina is better, and it's better than the really expensive ones, except for that one. I call it Essentia. Is that it?
Yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah, that one's good. I don't know what they put in there. Like, I don't know if they drop a battery in there and let it dissolve or whatever the magic is. But that's
I
a
think they
good
got
one.
salt.
If I have salt, I know. I think
somebody flavored this shit. It'd be it, yo.
Yeah, I don't know how they enhance the water flavor of that one.
That shit got adobo. I don't know, man, but I'm with it.
But yeah, it's definitely by far the best of the ones that are supposed to do something for you.
It's the only water where if you told me, yo, it's like 15 calories, I'd be like, yep, that makes sense. Like I get it.
Yeah.
A little too good to be water. Okay?
Yeah, I feel
Totally
like they must cook it with lard or something. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing to it, but I'll drink it.
Hey, this is getting me to drink water.
Yeah,
Okay,
it
they
goes
thinking
down
something out.
smooth, so
You
I'm not
know.
asking any questions.
Oh man, why not? Pro water. That's what we gotta do out here.
Yeah.
Flavor the water for us to drink it.
Mhm.
It says it's ionized hydration,
Mhm.
a 9.5 pH or higher,
Mhm.
and it's purified water with electrolytes for taste. Specifically says that electrolytes for taste.
Mhm. Has anyone ever seen an electrolyte? Like, can you buy an electrolyte at the store?
On the side, what if I want extra electrolytes in my
Right,
water?
exactly. What if I wanted to put it in my eggs? What do I How do I get more? Is that just MSG? What is it? What's electrolytes?
Yeah, it's a
Hmm.
good question because they adding it for flavor.
Yeah, right, exactly, which I thought you were only supposed to take in electrolytes if you've been, playing football, like college football, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's why I drink Gatorade is when I feel like I'm a little more dehydrated than usual, and so I'm drinking water, but it's not I'm still dry, and I'm ignoring the fact that I have a space heater blowing in my face all the time, and I'm like, "I don't know why I'm so dehydrated." So then I'll drink Gatorade. Um, but that's because I'm assuming the electrolytes are doing something, but what are electrolytes? Someone is
I
going
don't
to,
know.
for
They in
sure,
there in
let
the
us know.
system somewhere. I
In
know.
the system. They're registered.
And I make sure I get enough somehow. I remember I bought these like tablets that was like electrolyte pills
Mhm.
when when I was trying to do the fast because they said that's what takes people out when they do the fast. It's not that they not eating, is that they're not getting enough electrolytes because most regular water, the water doesn't have enough. So if you like go on a water fast, you need to supplement the electrolytes that you would get from your food.
Okay. All right. So I've just looked it up. Electrolytes are minerals in your blood and other body fluids that carry an electric charge. Electrolytes affect how your body functions in many ways, including the amount of water in your body, the acidity of your blood, aka your pH, and your muscle function.
Yeah.
That's according to medlineplus.gov. All right.
Okay.
So, and then there's just a bunch of pictures of people drinking. That's it.
That's all you need to know. I feel like electrolytes is trying to keep their business on the low.
Hmm.
Okay. There's electrolytes is trying to like hide from the spotlight. They don't want people to know their business. Everything else, you can find way more information on. Electrolytes, like for something that's like sold a lot, there's only like
Mhm.
4 paragraphs about them on the internet. It's just repeated over and over again. Every electrolyte article says the same thing.
Oh, here we go. What are the four most important electrolytes?
Okay. I didn't even know there was like multiple. I thought it was the same
I
one, a
thought it was
lot of
just
them.
one guy, but it's not.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. Sodium, potassium, and chloride are the significant electrolytes, along with magnesium, calcium, phosphate, and bicarbonates.
Okay.
All right, well, I'm supposed to cut back on one of those electrolytes. I believe
Yo.
one of those electrolytes will kill me.
Yo, low key, I ain't gonna lie. That's how little I know about electrolytes. I don't know why, but I was expecting you to say like regular names. Like, yo, this first electrolyte, Harry. Uh,
Oh, wow.
yo, oh God, I really thought you was gonna name regular people.
Regular
Like,
people.
I mean, Harry the electrolyte, you know what I mean? He plays the bass.
Right, yes, right. They're like a band.
Oh man, shouts to the electrolytes, man. They killing it on Spotify right now. Check their music.
The electrolytes.
Yo, real, if that's not a band name somewhere, y'all slacking, okay?
Oh,
All right.
there was probably a space rock band in the 90s called the Electrolytes. I'm telling you
Hell
right
yeah.
now, because every space rock band in the 90s had Sonic, Electro, or something like
Yeah.
super in their name. Put all of those together and you will have named almost all of them.
Oh man, that's adorable. They could do like themed albums and shit.
But none of them really broke it down. I don't think there was a band called the Potassiums.
There was a missed opportunity there, okay?
Oh my gosh. All right. Well,
Man, we can
now
try.
now we know. Now we know. So
That's
yeah,
it.
it
We know
is
better.
it is salt. That's all they're putting in it. They're just putting a little. It's
There you go.
MSG basically. It is.
Yeah.
It's
You know what I
MSG
mean?
for the body.
Good water, good Chinese food, it does it. MSG everywhere, baby. We should put more MSG out there. Put MSG in more
Honestly,
things.
I think I will. Well, I don't know if I'll run on this platform, but I'll throw it down in the bottom of all the other things that I'm running on. MSG is fine. I think there are reports. Do you remember when there were reports of just like MSG is super strong sodium and it'll kill you and don't eat?
Yeah.
Like it was an anti Chinese American food campaign,
Right.
basically.
Yeah.
And then there have been plenty of reports that are like, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
So, but there were ways that you could buy it. Like Accent was basically was just MSG that you could sprinkle into your food while cooking. So now I know at Trader Joe's they have a bunch of stuff that's called like everything but the. So like there's everything but the bagel, which is all the stuff that comes on an everything bagel. You know what I mean?
But the bagel.
Like a poppy seed, sesame seed, a little garlic, little onion, salt, that kind of thing. But it's just a sprinkle, so you can sprinkle it on. It's very good on a boiled egg. Very good on a boiled egg. But you can sprinkle it on stuff. But they now have a bunch of like I have something called everything but the leftovers, and it has the same kind of seasoning or taste as like whatever the mix of seasoning and spices is in like say dressing, like
Oh.
and I use that also in eggs. It all can go in eggs. Basically all I eat is eggs. But but I read up on it and they're like, oh, it's like the umami kind of flavor and it's based on like mushroom and blah blah blah. And then someone was just like, it's just MSG. That's all it is. It's just enhancing. I mean, it's the essence of those seasonings and all that stuff, but then it has that little boost that's what. And I'm like, oh, okay, well then this is fine. Not that I really worried, but
I mean, you got to figure like they live longer than us over there. They def like they right like they crushing us on that. They reproduce faster than us.
Oh, I don't know, because they got rules about reproducing. So
that's they had to. They was like, yo, we getting out of control. The MSG is leading to too many babies.
No, that ain't it. They wanted. Oh my gosh. It's kind of messed them up.
I'm sure the BMIs are lower. They crush us, yo. If MSG is leading to that, we need more.
I guess. I that's one way to look at it. Yes.
I'm telling you. I've seen the weird things that they call vegetables over there, and they eat those because of MSG. I can't eat vegetables that I know because there ain't enough MSG on them.
That's a very good point, because when I sprinkle this everything but the leftovers on anything, I'm like, oh, I can eat this.
Yeah, I'm telling you. They eat way more greens than they want to because they like, yo, this MSG, is good.
But they also eat a lot of warm stuff and drink a lot of warm things. So you're not going to find ice over there for your water.
Fair. Okay. I mean,
so
there's opportunity everywhere.
I don't know. I'm just saying it was an acupuncture and Chinese medicine clinic that I worked at where I overheard drinking warm things.
Okay. All right.
A lot of broth talk. There was a lot of broth talk. So
listen, I'm open-minded, okay?
Yes.
All right. You led to some great rap music in Staten Island somehow. All right.
What?
I'm into it, okay? All right. I'll try whatever y'all selling at this point, okay? At least once.
Okay. I mean, that's one way to get into it, I guess. Everybody's got their entry point. If that's yours, that'll work.
Let's get into the news.
Okay.
Benevolent Studio offers free removal of your Kanye West tattoo, Sha. That's right. An exciting offer today for anyone who signed up for some good-natured, no one man should have all that power fun. with rapper Kanye West a decade and a half ago, and who now has to walk around in public with a picture of a guy who says things like "I like Hitler" on his arm. London-based tattoo removal studio is offering free removals for anybody with West's increasingly anti-Semitic BS spouting face tattoos. Jesus, they were angry in his first paragraph on their body. The Washington Post first reported the offer from the UK's NAMA Studios, which announced recently that it's launching a Yeezy Come Yeezy Go program. Yo, that's kind of dope. I ain't mad at that. That offers a pro bono the Kanye invocations for remorseful fans. They actually announced the offer a couple weeks back. So after West had gotten seriously into his ongoing loving flirtation with anti-Semitic views. So yeah, basically, if you come into this tattoo parlor and you have a Kanye West tattoo, they will remove it free of charge.
That's wild. That's wild. I because that's a painful thing to do. Like
Yeah,
tattoo removal is painful and expensive. So that is nice of them to be willing to do that. But it is also wild. And I say this with 2 tattoos of my own.
yeah,
It is also wild to get Kanye tattooed on your body. Get
yeah,
Kanye's face tattooed on your body. Maybe a lyric if it means a lot to you, sure.
right.
But I feel like if there's a lyric of Kanye's that references Kanye and that's the lyric that meant a lot to you, that's strange. It should probably be something a little more universal. In which case,
Yeah,
look for the most when we are looking for tattoos that may reference people, let's try to look for the most people that we're not like related to or have a personal like relationship with.
right.
Let's see if we can find the most universal truth version of that out there. You know what I mean? Let's see if we can find words that can be applied
Yeah,
no matter who said them. And maybe let's not attribute the quote. We don't need to have like the credit on the on your arm. You don't have to do that. It's not, it's not a term paper. You don't have to do that. I'm just saying, just to help you out for future,
yeah. No
like
works cited on your tattoos.
no
Okay,
works
you're
cited
fine.
on your tattoos. We get it. You're hopefully you won't get sued. You will if you probably put a face on, but otherwise you'll be fine. I just have a Sesame Street tattoo of the Sesame Street sign, and then my other tattoo is one of Hello Kitty's buddies. Um,
Okay.
and I like I feel like that's safe. I don't think Bats Maru is going to be saying anything anti-Semitic anytime soon. Uh,
That's
a
fair.
and if Sesame Street does, I mean, I don't even know. What, you know? Oh, jeez. But,
I'm
yeah, so that's how I feel about that. Like, this is nice of them, but also try not to I can't think of a rapper that I would get tattooed.
There's literally nobody whose face I'd get tattooed on me.
No, no, I'm not.
Like
Maybe a
at all.
dog, maybe your dog or your cat.
Straight up.
But
I don't
then
know.
make sure your pets are not anti-Semitic. Let's
They out there, okay? You
yeah,
know what I mean?
we don't know what's in their heart. So I'd
Straight up.
say even, hold off on that.
My boy Hector had a racist dog. Anytime one of his like black friends came over, he would start barking at us.
Mm,
You know what I mean?
that's
And
true. Was he
I
a
would tell
German
Hector I don't know what
shepherd?
happened. It was a wiener dog.
Oh, that's funny.
Straight up, a racist wiener dog. He adopted it like 6 years old. So we like were
Oh, so it was
convinced that he
already
went through
baked
some
in.
yeah, like something went down before, and he's like, I don't know, be like, we didn't know. He just started, but anytime somebody come in that wasn't light skinned, he would start barking at him, and he's like, I thought about taking it back, but like, we fell in love with the dog, and like now we got a racist dog that we just got to explain every time somebody come in.
That's like adopting a grandpa. I
Yo,
don't
straight
know.
up.
We fell in love with him, but now we gotta explain him.
Straight up, little wiener dog in Brownsville was out there hating on me every time I went to see my goddaughter.
Oh, he
She was
must
crazy.
hate where he lives. A little a
Yo, that's
racist
what I'm
wiener
saying.
dog in Brownsville.
So it was amazing, yo. Okay, they would like walk him around outside, and he was like, "Yo, this dude was like out here barking at pit bulls." And like everybody's like, "Yo, why he's being so angry at the pit bull?" He's like, "Nah, he peace with the pit bull. He don't like you, but you holding the pit bull." People was giving him props because they thought he was like a real aggressive little wiener dog. Nah, man, the
No,
dude
he
was
just
out
didn't
there
like that. Oh, wow.
hating his heart.
Can
You
you
know,
imagine a racist pit bull? Like, that's like a self-hating person. How are you gonna you're literally gonna bite the hand that feeds you, pit bull? Everybody that cares for you, pit bulls, you're gonna be racist? You know better.
Come on, turn their life around, okay? Edward Norton did it, okay? He did it in that movie. You could change too, okay?
Yep, absolutely.
Why not?
Oh my gosh.
In other news, Texas woman burned down her boyfriend's house after another woman answered the phone. That's right. Deputies in Texas have arrested a woman who allegedly burned down her boyfriend's house after another woman answered the phone. Sinaida Soto, 23, was arrested on Monday on charges of burglary, of habitation, and arson. The authorities responded to an arson call at Tascosa at 1:45 a.m. The homeowner told authorities that Soto broke into the home, stole several items, and then set the house on fire. Soto had reportedly been in a relationship with a family member of the homeowner who was living in the house. Soto was allegedly angry because she had earlier FaceTimed her boyfriend, and the woman answered the call. But the woman was a relative of the boyfriend, according to the sheriff's office. Soto became upset that another woman answered her boyfriend's phone, went to her boyfriend's house, and that is when she lit the couch in the living room on fire.
Hey, left eye.
Yo, for real, me.
Oh man. I didn't know
Out
we
here,
were
yo.
still doing this. We're still doing this?
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, this is what I love right here. Deputies also obtained video of the incident showing Soto lighting the couch on fire, which in turn burned the house. She also sent a text to the boyfriend reading, "I hope your house is okay," while it was burning. I mean, I don't know how close you are if you don't know that a family member answered his phone, but also, "Hey, cousin, why are you answering my phone? It's a
Yeah.
FaceTime." Like, why? Why are you answering my phone?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm blaming the boyfriend right now.
I
I
mean,
feel
it's
like if you are dating women who could light your house on fire, you
yes,
should
because
let
this
everyone else in the
certainly wasn't out of the blue. This is
Yeah.
absolutely not the first time she lost her shit on him.
Yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't go from 0 to 100 like this. There's other steps. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Other things have happened. Or at the very least, you've gone to 100 before. Like, you've
Yes.
seen this.
Yes.
So, like, if a new cousin or aunt or something is staying with the family and you got a house burning potential girlfriend, maybe let them know, hey, by the way,
Hey, I'll answer my phone.
I answer my phone. My girl's a little wild. She's
Yeah,
burnt
just
down
leave
other
it just
houses before.
yeah, just leave it alone, you
You know what I
know?
mean? This is why we moved to this place. That's why you can never find us.
Right.
She's burnt the other homes,
So
Let them know,
oh my gosh.
because
Ooh,
she's just being herself.
she sure is.
Miss Soto's doing what she's always done.
Her
Burn down house.
brain logically made the leap from
Mm-hmm.
who this bitch answering your phone to let me go burn this motherfucker's house down. That was
That's it.
steps 2 and 3. Step number 1, FaceTime her boyfriend. Step number 2, who this bitch answering. Step 3, let me go burn his house down right quick.
Amen. And
Step
step 4, check in on him.
check
You
in
know
on
what I mean? Hey, your house okay? You know what I mean? That's love. I mean, that's genuine care. Okay.
Oh, wow. So, this
Healthy,
isn't
no.
new.
I get that. Not healthy. But her heart is right. It's pure. You know?
I mean, it's pure lunacy, but it's pure.
At no point, I want to note it. At no point does she say like I'm leaving.
No.
She's still checking in on her man.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
I wonder when you do a thing like that, do you just like, are you just like, he'll be mad, but we still together. You know what I mean? Like, what is it that makes you think I could burn his house down and we'll still be cool?
Yo.
I feel like, because I mean, she did get some things out of the house, which I'm assuming were probably her things that she
Okay.
didn't want burned, right? But also like, what? Why did she think like, okay? I wonder if she really thought like we'll be fine.
Yeah, I think so.
Because if this is how you want to break up with someone, couldn't you just say, I don't feel like being with you. This is bullshit. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
Like, that's so much easier. You don't have to go all the way over there and figure out how to burn a couch and all this other shit, like, yeah, it's so much work to burn a couch. It's not as easy, I think, as it seems.
Yeah, it depends on the materials. Some of them
Yes,
are flammable.
some of them, right, exactly. So, like, what do we, there's all of that. And do you only mean the couch or do you want to do the whole house? You know what I mean? Like, she only did the couch. Did she already know that the couch is enough of an accelerant to get the whole house?
That's a pro right there.
Yeah, so she's done this. She's done this before.
I fully believe she expects to be together. I don't even think she went in for her own stuff. I think she went in for the mementos, the things you can't replace, like the locket of her hair that he saved, the
that
pictures.
She planted.
Yeah. A little shoebox he kept, all the special things, because that you can't replace in the fire, You
Right,
get a new home,
Yeah. So
But
all the pictures of themselves, together, she saved those.
all the pictures of them at the hospital when they recovering from previous fires.
I mean, didn't Left Eye stay with Andre Rison after he burned the house down? I feel like they did stay together.
That is, yeah. I mean,
for those,
he got great hands, so I get it. He doesn't drop a lot of things.
Yeah.
So
For
it's
those
possible
who don't know what I'm talking about, how did you even find this podcast? I mean, I feel like, yeah. So Lisa Left Eye Lopez was dating Andre Rison, who was a Falcon player at the time, and I don't know. I think it was the same kind of thing. She called and someone answered or someone didn't answer, some bullshit, and they were already had kind of a volatile relationship. So she went over there and burned his house down. Started in the tub. I think she was burning his stuff in the tub and it spread. It was something like that. And
wow.
But then she also had like a tattoo of his number on her arm.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, it was nice. It was a Falcon with, I think, a 23. Probably. I think all athletes get the number 23. Am I wrong?
He can't be that. No, he was a wide receiver.
Right.
Yeah, so he would have to have like an 80 something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
assume all of them have 23 because it just seems like they all have 23, no matter what the
sport. I do. Where would you, in terms of like singer athlete drama, Left Eye Lopez and Andre Rison, or the Dallas Mavericks when they were fighting over what's her name? When they had like Jason Kidd,
was that
Jimmy
over
Jackson.
Was that over somebody's mama?
They were they were all dating what's that lady, like all her sisters have.
Wait, not Scottie Pippen's ex.
No. That's a wild one too.
She was burning through the rookie game.
Yo,
the All-Star.
Wow.
She went through all of them.
That is next level.
Oh, wow. Okay.
No. Jimmy Jackson, Jason Kidd, they were dating. Why am I blanking on this lady's name? I feel like she was the singer. I know all her sisters sing, and they have a TV show. that
Ooh,
like is
like a
centered around.
Braxton? Was it one of the Braxtons?
It might be.
Uh, Braxton sister, Dallas Mavericks. Were they all Dallas Mavericks?
Straight up. Yo, because it was like a thing. Like the Dallas Mavericks, like they drafted like 3 really young good players like 3 years in a row.
Oh, here it goes. 7 times athletes beefing over women had us like, whoa. By the way, this is from BET.com, which is, of
Love it.
course, where we were going to find this kind of beef. Oh my goodness. This is so ridiculous. Honestly,
Straight up.
it shouldn't load. I was going to say it's not loading, and honestly, it shouldn't. I'm looking for trash things. Jason Kidd and Jim Jackson. Wait, hold on. This is a whole thing. Okay, no, they're
Tony Braxton, yeah.
They were fighting over her. Fighting over Tony Braxton?
Yeah, because like the 2 of them, like they were the star young players. They were drafted like a year apart, and they both ended up at different times during the same season dating Tony Braxton. And they're supposed to be teammates.
Oh my God. Okay, Jamal Mashburn, Jason Kidd, and Jim Jackson.
Yeah. And Jamal was the 3rd teammate of that squad. So he was in like an awkward spot of like, I don't know who to like high five.
Holy crap. That's wild.
Yeah,
for Tony Braxton?
Tony Braxton was out here doing it in Dallas.
I did not know that. I mean, I get it. Tony Braxton, at that time, Tony Braxton was definitely a on the pedestal. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Dressed in a white bodysuit singing He Wasn't Man Enough for Me. She was on a pedestal.
One of them wasn't, you know what I
mean? Isn't she dating who is she dating right now? I feel like she's dating like somebody that I'm like, really? Is it Birdman? Is it who's kidding? Hold on. Okay, see, I just put in Tony Braxton Bird and it said Birdman. That's gotta be it.
There you go. That's a
How long have they been together? They first got together in 2016. Wow, we really went far from Kanye. Wait, what was our story? Oh no, the woman burning down the house. Okay, no, we're still on track. I thought we were still talking about the Kanye tattoo. I was like, wait, hold on, how did we get here? Okay. Oh, they're engaged. Yeah, Tony Braxton is engaged to Birdman.
Look at that. She found the one. That's beautiful.
She found the one, all right.
That's awesome. That's beautiful.
Wow.
That's awesome. I love to hear that, you know, full circle for her. That's beautiful. Yeah, I remember that being a thing in like, I think it was like junior high, like when they were like, or like, yeah, I think it was like junior high when Jimmy Jackson and Jason Kidd was having his beef.
Wow, I did not know that. But no houses were burned down.
No. But I think that's pretty dramatic though. You got to like pass the ball to the dude that you lost your girl to.
Yeah, no, like that's definitely that's broken up. I feel like a lot of teams. I mean, I'm talking about someone's mama. Was it who was it? Was it LeBron's
There's the
mama?
rumors of LeBron. Yeah.
Okay.
There's like Delonte West supposedly.
Right.
Did that.
Oh, wait.
His life is taking a turn.
So, yes, it has. Okay. Whew. All right, we're all over the place.
Don't burn down people's houses. That's all we're saying, okay?
Yeah. I mean, if you sense that you're dating someone who could possibly do that, and they'll give you a clue, I don't know, maybe try to pull out of that as smoothly as you can.
Well, I was gonna say buy cheaper houses, you know, rent.
Hey, look, check your insurance policies.
That's it, you know, because you know, arsonists need love, you know.
I don't know.
They're people too.
Yeah. I mean, I dare say that's why they're arsonists.
Exactly.
They did not get the love.
You know, 6 of them were pretty good rappers, you know, really niche underground group. But most of them, they just burn stuff because they're not being heard, you know?
Yes, that's precisely it.
In other news, Hertz will pay $168 million to customers if falsely accused of stealing its cars.
Oh, this is like an update on a previous story we reported on.
I that was
And
so
now
perfect.
with an update.
We over here talking about Tony Braxton relationships from 95.
Right.
And they're like, all right, but serious news now. You know, and besides Andre Rison's house getting burnt down, let's talk about stuff going on today.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man, you know the amount of people I've had come up to me and say, "Yo, we go to y'all for the news." I'm like, "That is rough.
Yo, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Go to a reputable source like Twitter. Don't come to us."
I appreciate the faith, but I don't believe in myself that much. You know what I mean? That is madness. For years, the rental company Hertz falsely accused hundreds of innocent customers of stealing its vehicles. Accusations that for some customers resulted in arrest, felony charges, and jail time. Now the company will pay $168 million to settle those claims. In total, the settlement will cover 364 people falsely accused of car theft. In the statement, the company said the number represents more than 95% of such claims. The CEO, Stephen Schur, said that, as I have said since joining Hertz earlier this year, my intention is to lead a company that puts the customers first. In resolving these claims, we are holding ourselves to that objective. Yo, shouts to the CEO saying, yo, this was before my time. I wasn't doing these
I'm here to fix it.
Yo.
I don't know what they were doing, but now that I'm here,
we don't do that no more. My bad. They was wild, for real.
But also, can we just take a moment again to think about how wild this is?
Yo.
That Hertz was like, you stole our car. And they're like, no, we returned it. I have no car. I don't see it here. You stole it. Officer, arrest them. That's insane.
Straight
that they
up.
did that to at least 364 people. And that these people have now, they got papers. You know what I mean? They went to jail, had felony charges. They were arrested.
Yo, that's wild.
And I can't even understand why you would do that. And they did that, I mean, like across the board. A company was just like, no, why does everyone keep stealing our cars? What?
That's just bananas.
Why would everyone want to own a dingy white sedan?
People keep stealing these 98 Kias. You know what
I mean? Yeah. We can't keep these Hyundais on the lot. What are we talking about?
Hyundai can't push these shits like that, okay?
That's so wild that all of these people are stealing cars that smell slightly of cigarettes.
Yo, the stories are crazy. There was one customer was driving her rental car in Chicago when she got a flat tire, and she called Hertz to have the car towed. Months later, she was pulled over for wearing her seatbelt incorrectly when a police officer informed her she had a warrant for her arrest, and she was jailed for more than 30 days.
Wow.
That is bananas.
Okay, so hold on. Wait. All right. So she had a rental car, got a flat tire, and she had Hertz come to tow the car. And then later she was pulled over for not wearing her seatbelt incorrectly?
Yep. Randomly
pulled over, which, by the way, seatbelt tickets are someone filling a quota.
Yeah.
That's all bullshit. That's absolutely bullshit. A seatbelt ticket?
Yo, they
pulled you over for a seatbelt ticket? That is bullshit. They're looking for something else. Because, like, I mean, I've actually gotten a seatbelt ticket.
Okay.
It was right around the time that these laws were starting to be implemented.
What was incorrect about your wearing?
Well, I didn't have one on.
Okay, that's fair.
But it was like my college year. So this was like 90, 91, something like that. Oh. And they didn't have that law, I think, yet in Georgia, but they had it in South Carolina where I was in school.
Yeah.
And so, but we were being pulled over for something else. You know, some small town bullshit, but it was like some South Carolina, some small town bullshit. So they pulled us over because they didn't like the color of my friend's car. And then they're like,
Uh-huh.
and you don't have a seatbelt on, so that's a ticket for you. And we're like, what? And so that it was a $10 ticket, and I just paid it and never went back to college again. But yeah, so but that's the thing is I think that if you get a seatbelt ticket, it's on top of whatever they actually pulled you over for.
Yeah.
Because what eagle-eyed cop is out here spotting when you have a seatbelt under your arm?
Word.
So already she was being pulled over for some bullshit, and then
They
there was
slap her with
this
this.
thing.
By the way, you got a warrant. Another guy was a Mississippi man, spent 6 months in jail after Hertz reported his rental car was stolen. He had returned it and paid it in full, but the company had failed to inform prosecutors.
What?
Straight up.
So they had it, but they were just like, nah, we'll call them later.
Yup.
Hertz is terrible.
Hertz was wilding. Straight up. So if you been getting arrested by Hertz, you getting sued by Hertz, now I mean you might be part of this 168 million.
Yeah.
So hit them up.
Yeah, hit him up. Give him a call.
He might have a few dollars for you right now.
Make a reservation for your part of that money on their website.
They owe.
Oh my gosh.
San Francisco couple accused of trafficking a nanny from the Philippines. San Fran couple face multiple felony charges for allegedly forcing their live-in nanny to care for their disabled child 7 days a week, including in the middle of the night, and restricting her ability to leave their home. The Jose Aguila and Lorraine Lim brought their childcare worker, who is identified as Niso R in court records from the Philippines, to San Francisco in June of 2019 and reportedly provided her living accommodations in a storage room that lacked heating and was stuffed with boxes, according to the news release. They made her dependent on the suspects for life's basic necessities, such as food, shelter, and water, and Nicel lacked the resources to leave her employers. Her situation was finally uncovered when a neighbor called the police, and the San Francisco Police Department launched an investigation. The employee initially was supposed to be given $240 a month. Then, after a few months, it was decreased to $40 a month,
Oh
said the police
wow.
department. They also allegedly failed to provide the employee benefits required by law, such as payment for overtime, paid sick leave, and workers' compensation insurance.
I mean, they did a lot of shit. Like,
Word. This is
no,
Greece.
yeah, this is terrible.
Like,
Wow. I mean, I know this kind of thing happens because I've seen it a couple of times on Law and Order. So I know it's real.
yeah.
That's how I know that crime is real, is if I see it on Law and Order. But that's insane.
Yeah. I like showing stuff like this because this is a grimy thing to do, and people don't associate this with pretty places. Like, this is San Fran, everyone here has a certain amount of income at the very least if you need a nanny.
Mhm.
And granted, they might be in a position where they couldn't afford one that they wanted, but this ain't the solution. Uh, you know, so yeah, just like it's just trippy that like things like this could be happening next door.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm willing to bet they could have afforded.
Yeah.
They just didn't like I honestly I don't know what goes into someone's mind to make them do this kind of thing.
Yo.
You know what I
Even
mean?
stick to the original shitty deal.
Yeah.
Like where in your head are you thinking, oh nah, you fucking up. Only $40
Yeah,
this month?
how are you cutting back that much? I mean, you're barely paying her. I mean, but that's already on top of like
All the other grimy
all
shit.
of the other things that I mean, and a lot of people are in terrible situations and they can explain it away. The human brain's ability to rationalize horrible situations is just amazing, and I don't think that's a good thing. But
Right.
like I mean, thank goodness this neighbor called the
Word.
cops, but I wonder how nosy she needed to be in order to have enough to call the cops.
Word.
You
Like,
know
how
what I
come I only
mean?
see this lady in your yard? Like, I never seen her on the sidewalk.
Right.
I
I
never seen
only
her go to the store.
Yeah. Like what? Huh. I like how what that like does she keep notes or anything like that? Like that's what I'd like to know. What are the moves if you think this is happening? How do you do this so that it's effective?
Yo, shots to nosy neighbors, man. You need them every now and then.
Yeah, but I'll tell you this: if you're my nosy neighbor, I will tell you point blank, I do not have a person living in here who does not want to live in here. I'm already in the basement. I'm in the basement apartment. I'm not sure I'm supposed to be here. Please don't call nobody. But I can leave. I can go. I can come and
Real talk.
go. I got my passport, but please don't.
Yeah,
Just,
nah, you don't need to
yeah.
report me. The
No.
person that doesn't want to live here is me. You know,
Yeah. I'm
that's
the
it.
one. And
I'm, I'm
I
it.
have a key. I'm in and
That's it.
out.
I got the
So
mortgage, and the day I don't have to, let me know.
oh
But
my
yeah,
goodness.
but this is terrible. I hope everything works out for the kid, and that they're able to figure
Yeah.
out a way for this young lady to get employment and permanent stay that she deserves. But
Also
just
think
dealing
of
with
the
this,
relationship that this woman had with their kid.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Because I'm willing to bet they're not spending any quality time with their kid.
right,
Like, they seem to be terrible people. And so I bet, ooh, boy, there's just a lot of I just see a lot of therapy for their
yeah,
child, and I hope this woman, you know, just sits outside and breathes fresh air with no one fucking with her.
real talk, yo,
That's what
run
I
your feet
want
through the
for her.
grass.
Yeah, absolutely.
Amen.
Yeah.
Finally, Aaron Judge, Yankees reportedly agreed to a 9-year, $360 million contract amid rumors to the Giants. Yankee star Aaron Judge is staying with the only Major League Baseball team he has ever known for the foreseeable future. Judge and Yankees agreed to a 9-year, $360 million contract Wednesday night. Um, that Judge flew into San Diego late Tuesday night to make his decision between the Yankees, the Giants, and the San Diego Padres. But the Slugger's previous contract, which ran out in 2022, um, said put him in a situation, and he had previously stated that he wanted to be a Yankee for life. While a deal didn't happen prior to the start of the 2022 season, Judge didn't want to change his tune at the All-Star break, and he said, I want to play for the Yankees. I want to be here for a long time, and if it works out, it works out. But if it doesn't, it doesn't. It's out of my hands." The lack of a long-term deal put pressure on the four-time All-Star during the season. Um, so he kind of like responded with his best season ever. Finished the year batting 311 and hit a new American League record for 62 home runs and won the MVP award. And now he's getting paid. This
Yeah,
is
but
the biggest total contract in Major League Baseball history, by the way.
okay, I was wondering about that because that seems like a long time and a lot of money, but I also
Yeah.
don't know what the scale is. Also, I mean, I get I are the Yankees so good that you wanna be them for life, or does he just not like change?
I think their rep is pretty like it's a big deal. There's a lot of like if you are into like the history of the game, I think playing for them and also playing for one team means a lot for sports people.
Uh-huh,
I don't necessarily care about that, but I know a lot of like athletes care about that, like because you're able to build a lot of history with that one fan base.
right,
So like your numbers, uh, they end up being records for the local franchise as opposed to being split between two teams.
okay,
So you're in like more record books, if you will.
gotcha.
Um, so yeah, for a lot of players, it means something that like they're on one team. Like that's one of the big criticisms on LeBron that he's been on several teams, whereas like Jordan was even though he had the two Wizard years, is mostly
Mhm.
viewed as a Bull. Or like Kobe, with he's a lifelong Laker.
Yeah, but
So there's like a
they weren't chasing, um, rings, right? I mean,
I mean, yes and no, right? Like they did it in
they
another way.
ultimately yeah, they ultimate every all of them are chasing rings, but I mean,
Yeah,
like LeBron is literally in a car chasing the ring.
right. And that's the criticism against him that like he didn't do it in one place. He like bounced around. His argument being that like if I stayed in the first place, the original franchise ownership team, that it's not fair to him that that franchise isn't able to build a quality team around me.
That's what I'm wondering, like, what happens if this guy is a Yankee for life, but then
They don't
things
win.
change in the office, right?
Yeah.
And it becomes a hot mess for a while.
And he's dealing with that in a way because he's been a really good player for the most part.
Mhm.
He's had a few like injuries, but other than that, he's been solid. But the Yankees have not won a World Series during his whole career, and while they've been very competitive, they've made it far in the playoffs. But
Mhm.
in every other era, this long a period of the time, they would have won, or have won. Like the Yankees don't have like a lot of decades of no championships in their history.
Oh, well, I mean, just get used to that, I say, as
Yeah, we
someone from
spoiled.
Atlanta. Just so what? Oh, y'all can't go 20 something years in between. Get over yourselves.
Now we spoiled Ryan. I ain't even gonna front. And in my opinion, it was the wrong decision. He should have gone to either of the Cali teams. San Fran is where his family's from. Thought that would have
Mhm.
been cool.
Mhm.
If I'm gonna
Hmm.
pay taxes, I'm gonna pay taxes and be like in San Francisco. It is just a nice weather city.
No.
No,
No, no, no. For nice weather, you're gonna want who was the
and San
Padres?
Diego.
Yes, because
Yeah,
that's
like I was
South
like,
California. 'Cause in San Francisco, it's gonna be cloudy and shit all the time.
okay,
Cold when the sun goes down. Like, it's not as nice as you would think. It's in the north.
okay.
Yeah, if you look at a map, it's in the north.
So there you go. So San Diego had, I think, the best team going forward. They have like a lot of
Mhm.
good young players. So that would have been fun. He would have been the OG over there at 30. You
Right.
know what I mean? You'd have had
Okay,
a whole
how long has he already been playing for the Yankees?
uh he's been like 5 years, and this is the other big thing with baseball contracts.
Mhm.
Like since baseball like has like a minor league system,
Right.
when you get like when you finally move up to the majors, unlike other sports, you could be like 25, and like he was
Right.
like around there. So like by the
Okay.
time he played out the rookie contract, he's 30. So
Yes.
that's like they're in this weird situation where like the Yankees are like, we don't want to pay you that much because we've already gotten most of your prime for cheap. And then
Mhm.
they come off as like grimy because they don't want to pay this guy who's given them his best years already
Right.
for this low contract. This doesn't happen in any other sport. Football, you go right from college to the NFL.
Mhm.
Basketball, same thing.
Right.
So yeah, baseball, you could end up in a weird situation where like if you played baseball in college and then played in the minor leagues, you could be 28, 29, 30 years old before you're able to really cash in. And he
Yeah.
wanted his whole bag. So
I mean, I guess they must believe him. This is 9 years, which means he could be damn near 40 at the end of this.
straight up. Yeah,
Can
yo.
you be damn near 40 playing I mean, I know
Not
most of the
well.
sport is just walking from base to base.
You would think, yo.
I
I'm
mean
waiting for some old dude to just be like, yeah, I'm 50. I only hit singles and home runs. That's it, my G.
why isn't that the case? Because it feels like everyone just it to me, it just feels like at a certain point, and again, I'm not a baseball person, but as at some point, there's an age where you literally can hear them like, "All right," as they hit the ball and walk over, saunter over to first, and I'm like, "All right, well, I mean, I guess you don't have to put pep in your step, but I mean, we've been sitting out here for 3 hours, grandpa. Let's a little something."
Oh,
Like
that shit again.
one of those fake jogs that you do when you're crossing the street and you wanna signal to people in the cars that you're moving fast, but you're not. You just move your arms, you move your elbows up, but you're still just walking and you're like, "Ooh, I'm hustling," but you're not. I'd at least appreciate that.
They had I swear I saw like a Babe Ruth like biopic where
Mhm.
like towards the end of his career, whenever he hit a home run, they had a guy on first base to like run the other three bases.
Oh, that's funny.
So he would hit the ball out the park, run the first, and they would have this like young kid just complete the home run trot for him on some like
Okay.
technicality shit. So yeah, we've done it before.
I mean, we could do it again. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Albert
mean
Pujols deserved that this past year. He's a great player, but that dude was like 45 out there, and he's
Uh-huh.
like a Dominican 45. So he dude could have been like 52. You know, we don't know what his paperwork said. Okay,
A Dominican 45.
straight up, yo. Yeah, I don't know what his birth certificate was. He don't know either. You know, that dude showed up his rookie year looking 37, like way in his prime. That dude was way too old to be telling me he was in his 20s.
Okay, all right, yeah.
So yeah, like he was crushing it, but like this season was his last season. It would have been great to see somebody be like, yo, like you don't got to run the rest of them bases, my G. I got you.
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah, somebody do that for Aaron Judge after like 37.
Yeah, it just feels like when I saw 9 years, I was like, "That's a long time. How old is he?" But I mean, I
Pitchers
guess
go pretty long, but not like
yeah, pitchers do. Okay.
Yeah, but like the guys on the field, nah, like them dudes break down after a while.
Sure. I mean, standing out there in solitude really can do a number on you. It's like no one's paying attention to you, and then so you hear a crack, and then suddenly everybody's paying attention to you. It's a real roller coaster of emotions, and it's
that's
just
why you
you
think
to
they
deal
lose
with it. Yeah, I think
38-year-old
so.
baseball players fall apart mentally from the
Yeah.
solitude.
Yeah, I think so.
Why you been tired today?
be-
It's just too lonely out there, man.
It's supposed to be a team sport, and yet there's no contact.
Play 9 innings of baseball. I ain't seen these dudes in 35 minutes. I'm out here for my goddamn self. If you would like more camaraderie in your sports, okay, all you gotta do is like, subscribe to the show, baby. If you are Apple or Spotify listener, we appreciate your ratings. 4 stars. You want to keep these athletes far apart from the field. You enjoy soccer. You enjoy baseball. You know, all the sports that put these players in lonely environments where they could be yelled at by stadiums and none of their teammates are around them to hold their hand.
Now in soccer, they have fun pretending to fall and get hurt and shit. They're having a good time. Pretending somebody looked at them wrong and they grabbed their knee, even though no one's around them. They're having fun. It's like acting class with soccer.
But think of that poor goalie, you know? I'll be getting mad. I look at games where they be like, yo, nobody shot a goal. Nobody's attempted a shot on goal in 74 minutes. That dude has been on the other side just in like half squat for an hour and a half waiting to be involved in this game, wearing these heavy-ass gloves for no reason. 5 stars, you want all your sports to take part in close environments where they can support each other, okay? You're big on indoor dodgeball, okay?
Okay.
Ping pong is cool. Competition is nearby.
Mm-hmm.
You know, other games of this nature. A lot of table games too. We play dominoes.
Sure,
That's a sport now. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta play it standing up for endurance. If you have any articles you want us to cover, please DM us directly on Twitter and Instagram at Silky Jumbo at Gastor Almonte. Shout outs this week to FCBLJ, Brandy Spain, Iron Fist Mom, and Lori McDaniel. Appreciate all of y'all. With all that said, my name is future Dominoes champion, Gastor Almonte.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm the future Uno champion, Shalewa Sharpe.
Yeah.
I'm quiet with it, but I'm nice with it. Don't fuck with me. All y'all talk a lot of shit, but I just come in and end up with 1 card. That's all I do. That's all I do.
You heard it here first, okay? Send in your challenges, okay?
Oh, no. I got to relearn how to play Uno.
This has been a championship episode of the War Report. Catch y'all next time. Peace. What's the